Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Oscar Buzz, episode 27. Today is going to be a special episode, probably going to be a smaller episode, but we are going to do a full breakdown and preview of the 2022 Cannes Film Festival. Potentially even some predicting. Who knows? But let's jump into it. Let's jump into it. So the lineup was announced on Thursday. Sadly, neither of us are going.
No.
It'd be a bit of a trek for me to go to France. You're a bit closer, but
Yeah, still.
So neither of us will be going. Eventually,
Yeah,
eventually we may.
eventually. Who knows? We'll see.
But the lineup's great. The lineup is really, really great. We got a trailer for Crimes of the Future out of it. We got first image of 3,000 Years of Longing, a poster for Decision to Leave, and Broker. So a lot to discuss. So let's break into some of the movies that we will be hearing reviews of and first reactions out of Cannes in a month's time, and we'll be doing, of course, full breakdowns of everything going on at Cannes Film Festival. But right off the bat, Armageddon time.
Yes.
Deadline lied. Deadline said that James Gray pulled out of Cannes.
Yeah.
And they were wrong.
Yes, I don't know if they lied. It's a bit strong. But I mean, we saw that critic group reaction, quite mixed, but it'll be good to see full reactions and see where this film does really sit in terms of the Oscars race, because I could see it breaking in. I don't have it really in my predictions if you want to check out that video, because I don't know, James Gray, not always the Oscars favourites. It does sound to be quite like an Oscar friendly story, similar to the way Belfast was last year, but I don't know. It will still be good though to see, because if it is critically acclaimed, who knows? I mean, he's still a name, James Gray, just because he's not really necessarily in the Oscars club. He's still a big director, but we'll see.
Yeah. I had this as a lone screenplay nominee, I believe. So we'll see. I completely agree. It'll be nice to get more reactions than the very limited test screening reaction.
Yeah.
And also with a finished film, not just the test screenings are to also improve the film. So it'll be nice to get those reactions. I won't be going through everything in competition, just because there are some filmmakers, some films that we just haven't heard of, and we won't be able to provide any meaningful commentary on. But Hirokazu Koreeda's Broker. So Hirokazu Koreeda previously has done Shoplifters, which won the Palme d'Or and was nominated at the Academy Awards. I believe just losing to Parasite. So that
sounds about right.
Nothing. You weren't going to be Parasite, but he's a very well beloved director. His work has been accepted by the Academy before. It's going to be starring Song Kang-ho. We got a poster for this. Another potential breakout. The problem is that this is also a South Korean film, as is Decision to Leave. So they can only
in a similar
one.
way. Yeah, in a similar way, France had a debate last year. They did eventually. Well, I would say made the right decision going with a film like Titan. Obviously, then the Oscars decided to not recognize it. But it will be a tricky decision for South Korea to make.
Yeah.
I don't know what they'll go for. I really, really don't. I think we will just have to wait until we get the reactions for both of these, which we will be getting from Cannes, as they are both premiering. And then, seeing where we go from there, to be honest, because at this point, one could be rated not very highly. The other one could be The Next Drive My Car. We'll have to see.
Yeah, because we do have some reactions from Decision to Leave out of Berlin. I don't think it has like a Metacritic or anything. I'll double check. But I'm pretty sure it doesn't have a Metacritic. Yeah, it doesn't yet. So we really don't have that much on it. I mean, people liked it a lot, but no, we don't have any specifics yet. So Yeah, this will be very, very interesting. We can go ahead and touch on Decision to Leave now from Park Chan-wook, director of The Handmaiden, as well as Old Boy, which was doing, I think it won the BAFTA for international film, and it won one other prize for international film, maybe the Golden Globe, but then South Korea didn't submit it. So,
Yeah.
So, like, again, a very beloved director, Decision to Leave, did well at Berlin. A lot of people, including us, have this as the Drive My Car of the year.
Yes.
We'll find out if this really is the Drive My Car of this year.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the reactions from it. You know, I do think though it does need to be very well regarded if it is going to be the next Drive My Car, because we see like international films like that, they have to gain a lot of momentum. They can't just be like pretty good; they have to be great. People have to be saying, "Oh, this is a masterpiece," whatever like that. Will this be it? Who knows? We'll have to see the reactions to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, one that I want to touch on right now is I was gonna try to go alphabetically, but we're jumping around. It is a film called RMN, which is going to be premiering in competition for the Palme d'Or, by Christian Mungu. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Anyways, he directed 4 months, 3 weeks, 2 days, Palme d'Or winner of the Golden Globe and Critics' Choice Award for foreign language film. Was excluded from the Oscars, and it was kind of controversial because it was rumored that it was because it dealt very upfront with abortion, and the Academy voters were like, no. In 2007. So we'll see if maybe this could be a breakout for him, because he's never had one of his films nominated for the Oscars, but has like a couple films in the Criterion Collection. Like, he's a phenomenal director. We don't know that much about the film, but it's most definitely going to be submitted. He's Romanian, and I don't see Romania, I don't see Romania throwing out any other.
No, unless they just want to spite him. Yeah.
Right.
That would be the only way this wouldn't be at least submitted.
Right. So I'm excited to see reactions, because I love a lot of his past work. So I didn't even know that he had a film coming out this year, quite honestly. I don't know if anybody did. It still doesn't even have a Wikipedia page, but excited to see reactions about this one. Very, very excited.
Yeah.
All right. Crimes of the Future, David Cronenberg.
Yes.
Thomas, thoughts on this trailer?
I think this trailer looks really, really quite good. Like everything they're doing with all the body horror stuff, and if it is all practical, like they are, it's rumored to be all practical.
Yes.
I'm all the more here for it. I mean, the cast is great. Like, love Kristen Stewart. On this channel we stan Kristen Stewart.
We do.
Viggo Mortensen as well. It's good to see him. Like, he's worked with Cronenberg before, so it'll be good to see.
Yes.
Work again. Yeah, exactly. And yes, the trailer, suitably creepy, like everything you sort of want for a trailer like this. It's really short. I mean, they're not giving much away about the plot at all. We do know it's not following on from his first film called Crimes of the Future.
Yep.
We know they're not, which we have both seen.
Which is the film.
Yeah, I, for one, am not really a fan of it. But we know it's not following on from that, so we don't really know much to do with the plot, I don't think.
No, we do.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but no. And yeah, the trailer, it's got stylistic flair, which is good. Always good from a trailer. A lot of days, trailers can just be, sort of boring for the standard. This actually, it made me anticipate the film, and that's what you sort of want for a trailer like this.
Yeah. I mean, also Lea Seydoux in the cast.
Yeah.
Who's great. I mean, just all of this. Like, I'm ready.
Yeah.
And we don't have to wait that long. It's coming out in June. Which, like,
interesting time to drop a film like this.
Definitely, yeah. Not a summer movie.
No.
People have talked about the makeup and hair potential, because He got The Fly nominated for makeup and hair in 1986. I think that was 86 or 87. So it's been a while. I mean, it's rumored that we'll have another David having to film here. We can talk about that after we go through the in competition films. But yeah, I love this trailer. I've been delving more into the body horror genre since watching and loving Titan and it becoming my favorite film of the year and one of my favorite films of all time. So I'm all the more here for it. And like they showed with Titan, they are not opposed to awarding films like this the Palme d'Or.
No. Yes.
So I think that this is definitely possible. I think that this is 100% possible to potentially take the Palme d'Or. And yeah, I'm just excited that Cronenberg's back because I really, really like Cronenberg. All right. What else do we have? Kelly Reichardt, director of First Cow, as well as Wendy and Lucy and Certain Women, has a new film called Showing Up, produced by A24. It's going to be starring Michelle Williams, Hong Chow, Judd Hirsch, and it is going to be a portrait of an artist on the verge of a career-changing exhibition as she navigates family, friends, and colleagues in the lead up to her show. The chaos of life becomes the inspiration for great art.
Wow.
I really, really like Kelly Reichardt.
I've only seen First Cow from her, which I thought was like, it's boring, but in a sort of good way. Like, but it is boring. Like, you can't. First Cow is quite a drag to get through, but it was an interesting film. She's a very interesting director. So yeah, I mean, she's not an Oscars director really, though. Which
no,
I don't think. Like, you can argue this will maybe be her breakout. I mean, you can argue that about any director with any movie, though. I don't know if she will ever be an Oscars director, which is fine. I think she's got her own style, which is cool. It's clearly working for her. And I imagine this film will be just more of the same, really, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's her fourth collaboration with Michelle Williams. They work together on everything. And yeah, like I think that I really love First Cow. Out of the films that I mentioned, it's probably like my favorite of hers is Wendy and Lucy. I think that film is great. It's very short. If anybody wants to check it out, including yourself, I think it's only like an hour 20 or something like that.
Wow.
Definitely not. It's like the opposite of First Cow as far as like pacing. But yeah, it's a very, very, very good film. And yeah, like I'm excited for this. It's A24. They're pairing back together. I like Kelly Reichardt. I don't know if this is going to be a thing. But I don't know. It seems a bit more accessible.
Maybe.
Just based off of the premise.
Yeah.
It all seems like a very, very A24 premise.
Exactly. Which, A24 is another, it's a studio that isn't always Oscar, really, that sort of world.
Absolutely. But yeah. All right. Talk about another A24 movie, The Stars at Noon, by Claire Denis. Claire Denis, another director I love. This is her second collaboration with A24 after High Life, which is a movie and a half. It's a wild. It stars Robert Pattinson, I believe. It's a high concept sci-fi movie that's just ridiculous. But she is the director of I would call a modern classic, Beau Travail, amongst others. She's one of the most accomplished French directors of all time. This new film is going to star Margot Qualley, and the film is about a mysterious English businessman and an American journalist who struck up a romance must now team to escape Nicaragua during the Nicaraguan Revolution.
Wow.
Historical.
Interesting.
Historical films. Claire Denis, one of the most just respected auteurs like living today. I don't know. I I think that this could be a big thing. I think that this could be very, very big. It would be just amazing to see Claire Denis finally have a breakthrough. She's 75 now, has been making films forever. Um, been making like short films and stuff since like the 60s, I think. Like
Wow.
she's
Okay.
been at this for a while. Um, never nominated for an Oscar, I believe. But has always done well with critics. I don't know. I don't know. I feel very good about this. Do you have any thoughts?
I mean, I'm not familiar with Claire Denis at all, really, but yeah, I mean, it could be interesting. As with all of these things, like it's so hard to judge until they actually come out. Like especially
Yeah.
with a festival like Cannes, all of these films, like there aren't going to be really maybe outer competition stuff I'm looking at later down the line. But it's overall, most of them are going to be pretty good. Most of them are going to be critically acclaimed. It's just about which ones can. It's almost as if which ones can get lucky almost and just build that momentum. And
Honestly,
it's very hard for films to do that. But when they do, my God, can they build momentum? Like Drive My Car we saw last year. Titan, another one. It didn't do well at Oscars, but it became quite a big film, like out of Cannes. So yeah, should be interesting.
Absolutely. A last one in competition that I want to touch on is Robert Ostland's Triangle of Sadness, which what the title. It stars Harris Dickinson, Charles B. Dean, and then Woody Harrelson. It's a dark comedy that's going to center on a fashion model celebrity couple who are invited to a luxury cruise for the super rich. The yacht whose captain is a rabid Marxist, Harrelson, sinks, leaving the duo stranded on a desert island with a group of billionaire jet setters and a cleaning lady, with the ensuing fight for survival turning the pre-existing hierarchy upside down and changing the dynamics of the group. The cleaning lady rises to the top of the food chain, and she's the only one who knows how to cook. So,
Right.
Robert Ostland makes insane movies. Just like the most over the top, like satirical political commentary films. He's basically like Swedish Adam McKay. His last film, The Square, won the Palme d'Or and was
Another
nominated
Shape.
Another Shape.
Shape, yeah.
Yeah. Won the Palme d'Or, was nominated at the Oscars for Best Foreign Language Film. So he's in the club. He's been nominated before. And his film before that, Force Majeure, was made the shortlist for the Oscars. And it was okay. So not last year, 2020, there was a film Downhill about skiers with Will Ferrell.
Yeah, I've heard of that. Did he direct the original?
So yeah, Robert. So Force Majeure is the original. Downhill is the remake of it.
Okay.
Force Majeure was critically acclaimed. Downhill was not. So his last two films have, one made the shortlist, one was nominated, Palme d'Or.
Yeah.
Strong potential with this one. I could definitely see it in the nominee conversation with their international features. They are willing to kind of look a bit like, as we saw with Titan, not too far out of the box, but a little bit further out of the box than they might be willing to with Best Picture.
Yeah.
Again, like you're saying, it's all about the momentum, but
it is. Yeah. Nice to see Woody Harrelson. Like, I love it when just, bigger actors just sort of pop up in these smaller projects. It shows there was clearly a lot of passion for him behind it. And as I've always said, like, Scandinavians, they know how to make good films.
They do.
So yeah, if he can just, if it can just be like his other films, then sure, put it in the conversation. Like, I'm looking forward to this one. This is one of the ones I'm definitely really looking forward to, more than any others, to be honest. Like, definitely my top 5.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, Are you familiar with any of Östlund's previous work?
No, but describe him as the Swedish Adam McKay. Come on, I'm on board. I'm on board with that.
All right. And then there's also a film from the Dardenne brothers, Tori and Lakita. They're a Belgian writing and directing duo. They're so they've gotten an Oscar nomination, but before, well, one of their films has. It's 2 days one and yeah, 2 days one night. Got Marion Cotillard nominated for an Oscar in 2015. And then The Kid with a Bike was nominated for the Golden Globe for foreign language film. So they've been around the award circuit before. Their brothers, they're in their 60s and 70s now, and they've been making films for like since the 70s together. Renowned directing duo. 2 Days One Night was also nominated at the BAFTAs for foreign language films. So like they've been around the award circuit. Their last two films haven't been as critically acclaimed, but we'll see. We'll see if this one can be another breakout for them.
Yeah.
So a lot to look forward to in the in competition section. And then maybe towards the end of it, we might give a potential prediction for the Palme d'Or. The Palme d'Or, yeah. All right. Some other stuff that's going to be here. So okay, this one, not looking at too hard. It's the only one that I'll really touch on in the uncertain regard section. But Riley Keough is directing a film called Beast. Do you know who Riley Keough is, or are you familiar with her?
I do not know who that is.
She was the co-star of Zola.
Okay.
The main white woman.
Yeah, the main one. Okay.
So this is her directorial debut. I don't know what the movie is about, but I just found it interesting. Fun to see her taking a step in the directing chair.
Yeah.
Another actor that's taking a step into the directing chair is Lee Jung-jae, the star of Squid Game.
Squid Game, indeed.
Yeah. He is making a film called Hunt, which is going to be a South Korean action spy film that's going into the non-competitive midnight section. And he's also going to be starring in the film. So it most likely won't be a thing, but just cool.
No. Cool. Yeah, just another cool thing to throw out there.
The opening film is so weird. It's so weird. It's from Michel Hazanavicius, who won Best Director, Best Picture for The Artist. And since then, he hasn't done any, like, he's made films, but nobody's cared. So this film is called Final Cut, and it's a zombie comedy film about a film crew making a zombie film, and then the zombies come alive and attack them. Like, why is this at Cannes? Like,
I
don't, but like,
yeah, when I heard he was directing that one, I was like, oh, director of The Artist. I wonder what he's directed since then. I looked on Wikipedia, not heard of a single one. Like, genuinely, he's gone completely quiet. I'm actually on the Letterboxd entry for this film now. Currently, it's got 2 half-star ratings, 1 star rating, and it's very, very mixed. Obviously, you can't tell when it's got like 2 ratings per star, but still, it's clearly not critically acclaimed. I don't think it will be. It's a weird one to open with. I don't know. It's a weird one to open with. Put it that way.
Yeah, for sure. Just pick a very odd pick. Also in the out of competition section, we have Elvis and Top Gun Maverick, which we knew were going to be there. We knew that would be here.
Yeah.
3,000 Years of Longing can be here. We got a first image of it. Idris Elba has elf ears. This movie is going to feature a genie. I don't know about this. We both completely left it off of all of our predictions.
We did. Yeah.
I don't know. Just everything. It just seems too weird. Like, maybe if this gets like just great reviews,
Yeah.
we could see it
I mean,
potentially.
even if you have a look at the poster and stuff on this, so I don't know if this will actually be the poster, but yeah, I
It's
assume
odd.
it's from. I don't know what it's from, but yeah, it's just weird. It just looks like a weird film. Which
Yeah,
Oscars probably won't go for. Which Oscars probably won't go for.
most likely not. Most likely not. All right, a couple other fun things that are going to be there. Are you familiar with the film Irma Vep?
No, tell me about it.
Okay, so it is a French film from 1996, directed by Oliver Assayas, and it's like it's one of the big like femme fatale films, I guess you could call it,
Okay.
of the 90s.
Yeah. Yeah.
It very critically acclaimed. It's about it's like it's like the tight black latex suit. She's like a burglar. Kind of launched a subgenre, not launched, but like was one of the standouts of it, I should say. But very critically acclaimed. It's a Criterion Collection film. And the director's coming back to remake it into a TV series for HBO Max, which is
Okay.
going to premiere again. So, and A24 is producing it. So, I'm
Wow.
excited
Wow.
for
Yeah.
it. Also, Ethan Cohen has a film. Um,
Yes.
he's doing a documentary about Jerry Lee Lewis. It's weird to see the Coens doing stuff by themselves now.
Yeah. I know.
Joel doing Macbeth, Ethan doing this. But yeah, it's a music documentary about one of the most influential pianists. Is a rock and roll pianist. Like, I don't know if this is going to be like that big of a thing. Maybe we could see this show up as a documentary category by the end of the year, just solely because it's Ethan Cohen. I also
Maybe,
learned
but
that,
then I guess like Edgar Wright, Sparks Brothers, that didn't end up doing
yeah,
anything. So
it's
I don't
not.
know. We'll see. Then.
I also learned that Ethan Hawke has a documentary that he's directing this
Wow.
year with CNN Films. It's like the last movie camera or something like that. I don't know. It's going to be a documentary about films. So
Okay. So that could be something then.
another potential thing. Nothing to do with Cannes, but thought I'd bring it up. But yeah, that'll be fun if this gets good reviews. Hey, it's and then
Maybe.
potentially another Cohen nomination. Okay. Before we give predictions, got to talk about this David Lynch thing.
Yeah.
He 100% still has a film. He absolutely like. There's no shot he does not have a movie showing up at Cannes Film Festival. It wasn't.
I wouldn't put it 100%. I do think he does have a film, and it will be a sort of special screening, like no one's expecting it, and like that feels a very David Lynch thing to do, to
Yeah,
just randomly have a film at a festival. It's not been announced, officially yet, so I wouldn't put it 100%. But
yeah,
yeah, I would feel fairly confident saying that this is not just a rumor, and it actually will come true, and it'll be some special screening, and everyone's going to lose their minds, and it's going to be cool.
yeah. No, I definitely agree. Um, like I think that this like it wasn't just a rumor, like it, because it started by somebody saying on Twitter who like has contacts within Cannes saying just learned that my favorite director of all time, or one of my favorite directors of all time, who created my favorite TV show of all time, is going to have a film at Cannes Film Festival. And everybody was like, it's David Lynch, favorite TV show, David Lynch, David Lynch, David Lynch.
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to say anything. And then, like a couple of days ago, he was like, yeah, it was David Lynch. While this was happening, I guess like all of these different trades were like, oh, well, maybe we should look into this. And it was like all with like, it was between 5 to 10, maybe even more separate, different individual sources within Cannes confirmed that David Lynch had a secret film starring Laura Dern to Deadline, Vanity Fair, Variety, IndieWire, like so many different people
Yeah.
were like, this is a thing.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's a fact that they even, like, if people were just saying, oh, it's a David Lynch film, maybe I'd be a bit more skeptical. People are saying, oh, it's a David Lynch film with Laura Dern. There's clearly
right.
details, there's clearly specifics that have been
Yeah.
released somewhere. So yeah, it's probably going to happen, but I'm not going to say 100% because
like I'm
hasn't been
assuming
announced
it
yet.
would premiere out of competition. We don't have the director's Fortnite lineup yet. So maybe we could see something show up there. Like director's Fortnite doesn't always supply like, the biggest stuff, but we could still see something. Like probably the biggest things that showed up last year at director's Fortnite were Achiara, which ended up getting a couple Indie Spirit nominations. I think it got nominated for Best Picture at the Indie Spirits. And then also the Souvenir Part 2 from Joanna Hogg also premiered at the Fortnite, which I kind of think at this point that the Eternal Daughter, not the Lost Daughter, the Eternal Daughter, Joanna Hugg's new film could also potentially show up at Director's Fortnite this year. I feel like that would kind of make sense, just considering her last film went there as well. Maybe we see Lynch there. Maybe it's just an out of competition thing. That's probably the most likely. But yeah, very curious though. Very curious. But yeah, I feel confident. I feel, again, I won't say 100%, but I feel confident that David Lynch has a film.
Yeah, as do I.
So, and hey, I mean, he's David Lynch. He's been nominated 3 times for Best Director. I mean, he's the most recent example of a film getting only a Best Director nomination and nothing else for Mulholland Drive in 2001. Just director, nothing else. Because guess what? People really like David Lynch and they really respect his creative visions. So
yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, it's going to be his first film in since 2006, so like 16 years.
Yeah.
So
obviously he's been doing some stuff since then.
Right.
But
he did the Twin Peaks
show.
Yeah. A couple
But
short films.
I mean, he must have been doing something in this time. Like other than that, he must have been working on some films. So yeah. And maybe we'll see it here.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Do we want to throw out some predictions? So the Cannes awards, like they're big awards, and I mean we can, I don't know how hard we want to lock in any predictions, but there's the Palme d'Or, which is the biggest prize, obviously. Then there's the Grand Prix, which is kind of like the second place, and then the jury prize, third place, and then there's Best Director, Best Actress, Best Actor, and Best Screenplay. For reference, last year the Palme d'Or went to Titan. For the Grand Prix and the jury prize, their second and third place, they had a tie for both of them. That was very rare. I don't think that's ever happened before. So normally it's just one, but Grand Prix was A Hero in compartment number 6. The jury prize was Ahed's Knee in Memoria. Director went to Leos Carax for Annette. Actress went to Renata Reinzva, The Worst Person in the World. Actor went to Caleb Landry Jones for Nitram, which just came out. I want to watch it because it's supposedly very, very good. And screenplay went to Marisuke Hamaguchi for Drive My Car.
Okay.
So let's take a look at the in competition lineup. If you had to throw one out, what are you feeling for the Palme d'Or right now? If you had to call it.
Right. Let's do something here. Let's go for someone completely out there. Well, not completely out there. Let's go for RMN. I don't know. I feel it. I feel it. When I look at them. Yeah. If I want to maybe a safe pick, I'll go for Decision to Leave as my safe
Decision
pick.
to Leave as
and the out there pick
as the Grand Prix prize.
Yeah. I'll do those two as like, sort of both together there for the Grand Prix and the Palme d'Or.
Nice. I'm feeling The Stars at Noon. I feel Claire Denis been having films at Cannes Film Festival for years now. I feel like she's due for her Palme. And yeah, potential launch for the Grand Prix, second place potentially. I'm going to go Triangle of Sadness for Ruben Östlund. And then jury prize, I'm going to go Decision to Leave. So
I'll go Broker for that. Why not?
Broker?
I feel it could get something here. So
for Best Director, hear me out. David Cronenberg, Crimes of the Future.
Okay.
They went Leos Carax last year for Net.
Yeah.
So they're not opposed to doing weird. I feel like Cronenberg makes sense for a director. And another rule with them, as with most film festivals, a film can't win more than one award with these.
Yeah.
So
okay.
but,
I'll go Ruben Östlund for Triangle of Sadness then for best director.
Okay. For best screenplay, I was going to go with Broker for this one.
Okay. I'm actually running out of ones to go for, because maybe I'll go Stars from Noon here then. If we put it
for screenplay.
Okay. Palme d'Or, I'll put it as my screenplay.
Okay. For and then the acting ones are really tough. Like,
yeah,
if I had to guess, I would put Michelle Williams for Showing Up as my actress pick.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd actually do that as well, and then go Viggo Mortensen for Crimes of the Future as
your acting pick.
Yeah.
Yeah. For my actor pick, no, why not? Anthony Hopkins, Armageddon Time. I don't care. Let's see. let's go for it. I don't know where else I would go for that last actor pick, but those are I think the films that we're feeling the best about heading into the festival. But you never know. Like, nobody would have ever thought that Drive My Car would be the breakout. I mean, it didn't even like break out. Like, it won the screenplay prize, but it's not like it won like one of like the the top 3 prizes or director or anything. Like, you never know. You really never know with Cannes Film Festival. But that is our full breakdown and preview
of the Cannes Film Festival.
So I'm really excited about this. The festival starts May 17th. So at the date of recording, exactly a month from now when this comes out, probably exactly a month, a month and a day from now, when the day that this comes out, probably a month from now.
Well, people might be watching it after as well. So
that's very true.
We probably shouldn't put too strict time limits on these sorts of things.
But so we will be covering all of that. It's going to run for 11 days to the 28th of May. So be covering everything that we get out of there, all the reviews, plus the Palme d'Or winner. Like, 3 out of 5 of the best international feature nominees in the last couple of years have come from here. So let's see what breaks out. But that is the show. Until next time, Thomas, where can the people on the internet find you?
You can find me at YouTube at Project Mayhem. Actually, I don't know if you can anymore, really. If you want to search it up, you can. The videos are all unlisted anyway. And Letterboxd at Thomas Gladstone. Also, one fun thought, really gutted that Disappointment Boulevard won't be premiering here.
Yeah.
I had rumors that it might be. I was really rooting for it because love Ari Aster, but shame. Anyway.
Yeah, also The Whale. No A24 films not showing up. So that's a bit disappointing. But we still have a lot of great stuff.
We did.
You can find me YouTube at The Basement, Letterboxd at Trevor Matson, Twitter at DM Talks Movies, and on the Banana Meter. Till next time. Thank you everybody for watching. Stay safe and goodbye.